Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Odin. Welcome back. Let's continue playing Urtuk the Desolation. Alright, so we just finished completing this battle here at the end of the last episode. We've already taken this village right here. And it looks like we got another village up here that we might start heading towards. So we're going to move to this node on the map. Now you notice there's actually an enemy group moving around up there. So not only do you sometimes, not only do you engage with the enemy by going to places on the map like this where there's a battle, but there can also be these enemies moving. They're mobile on the map, and you can run into them and have to fight them. There's also bounty hunters, which we will no doubt run into sooner or later. Let's go ahead. Let's move right here. Now we might be asking for it. Okay, I almost expected these guys to just move right down and attack us. Alright, so if we take a quick look around, this village has a party size of 7 defending it, and we only have 5. That doesn't mean that we can't take them. We've beaten a larger number of enemies before, but it could be slightly difficult. I kind of want to see what's up here. So Urtuk, one of the leaders of the scavengers, and his band are searching for easy prey. He was last seen to the north, and that's a party size of 4. I think we should risk this. I think we should put a stop to this right now. So let's move up here. Alright, so when you step up to a higher position, you spot some hostile scavengers. It looks like they've been hoarding trillium from their raids. That's a great piece of news right there, so that's good. Alright, so we're going to engage. The difficulty's easy, should not be a problem. As always, we want to survey the battlefield in the beginning. Alright, not very big. Not a very big battlefield. And it looks like we're just gonna... It's all gonna happen right here in this southeastern quadrant. So let's take a look at the battlefield. So this could be wonderful. This could work to our advantage here. Unfortunately, our Guardian is the only guy who's capable of bashing people into these death zones. But we could make short work of these guys if we keep them, if we act quickly while they're along this line of tiles. I think that would be fantastic. Now, we're probably not going to be that lucky. I think at best, I might be able to get the Guardian down here to knock this guy into a death zone. That's probably the best I can do. Let's see how it plays out. Let's take the Guardian, and we're going to put him right up front. Now, of course, this could be problematic if the Guardian doesn't move first, and he usually does not move first. Because this is the only safe way down here, otherwise we'll have to walk through these spikes. We might end up having to do that. But I don't know. Okay, so let's put the Berserker here, let's put the Archer here, because I can move the Archer down to this tile and then fire from here. We obviously want to get our Priest in the... Actually, we're going to put him way up there on that high ground. And let's bring the Spearmen... Well, I don't want to put too many targets here for their Archer to shoot. But honestly, it shouldn't be that bad, so I am going to kind of crowd in here. Normally, I don't know, I probably would not recommend doing this, but I'm an idiot, so I'm going to do it. Alright, so Shield Guy says they're preparing an attack. Defend us. Okay. Alright, so our Archer, I think I have a clear shot. Yeah, I have a clear shot here. I don't even have to move. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. The Priest, I can't predict who's going to be attacked first, but it might be interesting to put Aegis on somebody just to keep them damage-free. Not totally necessary right now. How about... You know what, let's go ahead and put Lifesteal on the Berserker. That's what I generally do in every fight. And then we're going to step back up there. Alright, so now it's the Berserker's turn, yeah. So here we find ourselves in this awkward position. The Guardian has the next move, and I don't want to change this position, because he's going to knock this guy into a death zone. Like, this guy is as good as dead. I didn't even really need to waste that arrow on him. I'm going to leave the Berserker where he is. Alright, so now it's our Guardian's turn, and he's probably opening himself up to get shot, but he'll be fine. So he's going to move up here, and then we are going to bash, and he is dead. Alright. So now we have our spearmen. Now here, alright, so here's the thing. I kind of want to switch places, put the spearmen here and have shield wall activated so that when they approach, he will get an attack. However, I think he already has first strike. So that already is going to happen. So I'm kind of wondering if that means he'll get 2 attacks. I don't know for sure. The only problem with that would be the Guardian would end up back here, and we'd be in a similar position as last time where I need to swap people around. Because I want the Guardian, and you know what? It's okay. Let's just try it. So we're going. Now here's the thing: if he doesn't have Lightfoot, I might not be able. Okay, he doesn't have Lightfoot, so I might not even be able to trigger the spear wall. I might not be able to do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the risk anyway. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not allowed. I can't trigger it, but I still get my first strike. Alright. His armor is serving him well. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the priest there. So again, we're faced with this situation of not having enough room to maneuver, really. And that's my fault. But we can still, I mean, we can make it work. I mean, I could move right here, and we'd take a little damage, and then I could go ahead and attack here. I don't know if it's worth it, though, to take the damage. It usually is not a significant amount of damage. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Actually, I was wrong. 95 is pretty significant. I thought it was gonna be less than that. That's okay. We're not gonna get range support because we have a friendly fire possibility. But that's okay. Now, we did take acid damage from this guy. That's a bit annoying. Alright, so we're going to step down here with the archer. We still have a friendly fire possibility. That is a disappointment right there. Yeah. If that's the case, I'm just going to stay right there for now. So for the Guardian, I don't think we have Lightfoot on the Guardian, do we? I really need to get Lightfoot on these guys because it's a very important mutator to have. But I want to go ahead and kill this guy, so I know that once I do this, the Spearman is going to be blocked in. But this is kind of... oh, you know what? I can't even attack after the swap, so I probably should not do that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that, actually. Now we can do Shield Ally, and that basically, if this guy tries to attack the Spearman, I basically intervene and block it. So we can try that, but I don't know who he's going to attack. He might attack the Berserker. So I kind of have to choose who to defend. But then again, the archer is going to move soon, so he might shoot. They both might get hit. This guy, the Berserker, is kind of... I think he's hurting a little more. We're going to shield him. And see, he tried to attack there, and we blocked it. Now the archer moves. Alright, he ended up having a clear shot at the Berserker. Okay. Alright, so now our Spearman is up. And we can actually make some room, which is great. So we can step here, kill him. We don't even need the range support. Our priest, of course, ate that corpse, and so got some energy back. I'm going to move him up here. Because we're probably going to need his help soon, but not at this particular moment. I should be able, yeah, to get my archer here. And take a shot at their archer. And now the Berserker can move here. Yeah, the shielding was cancelled. That's what it told us there. We could do a significant amount of damage with ranged support, maybe. Actually, no, it's telling me that I would be in the way. I don't think we can get range support there either. No range support. That's disappointing. Oh well, let's just attack this guy. Alright, don't need the range support, so that works. And our Guardian can get here, but that's as far as he can go. We'll go ahead and end that turn. Alright. And so, again, now we find ourselves in not an ideal situation, but it's okay. We basically are going to have to skip this guy's turn. The priest, I don't even want to get him involved, but it's just going to be more crowded around here. But we're going to give lifesteal again to the Berserker. And then step back. The archer doesn't have a clear shot. Because the fight is almost over, I could move over here and just take a bunch of damage and then get a shot. But I don't even think it's worth it. We might be able to get a clear shot from here. There we go. Alright, Berserker's gonna make some more room. You know... I just thought about it. It might have been better... It would be best if I could get the Guardian here, because he could bash this dude in, but it's not gonna be necessary. We got range support, we got 2 attacks. We should be able to kill this guy right here. There we go. Okay, check that out. You soundly defeated them and recovered their cash or trillium. We got 86 trillium, that's great. An additional 6. Nobody leveled up. We got some life essence we can pick from any of these mutators. We're seeing bleeding crits a hell of a lot lately, but it's time to get a Lightfoot, I think. Yeah. Definitely time to get Lightfoot. So we're going to go to our party here, and I'm going to go to the shield guy, and he already has Stalwart, so he can't be bashed or pushed or anything, but he can be rammed, which is slightly different. So we're going to go ahead and put Lightfoot on. And alright, that's good. We also have the Concentrate Focus ability. Which... Yeah, we have Last Stand... Actually, this would be better for the Priest. Because Concentration's kind of his thing. Whereas Last Stand might be more helpful, like, let's say over here with the Berserker. Alright, let's go ahead and get our quick save there. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got now. Now, if you look, this is a fortress, so obviously this is a village. A fortress clearly is going to be much more difficult to take, but it's going to have a better reward for you. I don't think fortresses count towards finding that swamp cavern. I think they're only found in villages. But anyway, I really don't think we're ready to take that on right now. I do think that we could take this village. I do think so. But I don't... You know what? Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Okay, so you've arrived. You can now attack the Scavenger's Town Watch. There are 7 of them. You can capture the village, or just leave it for the time being. The difficulty's normal. I think we can do this. If we lose, we lose. Okay? But we're gonna try it. Alright. Scanning the battlefield. Alright, so we have, looks like, what, 7 enemies? I think that's 7, yeah. Looking at them, we have 1 ranged guy. I always like to know where the ranged dude is at. And then we've got some more defensive tiles. And as we have learned, the enemy is not necessarily going to just sit there. So that's good. As you can see, we can deploy anywhere along the southern or western edge of the map. We could divide our forces up. But honestly, our strength right now is in sticking together. I really think so. And I'm trying to decide where would be the best place for us to meet them in battle. I would love to be near dead zones and near things like this that I can bash people into. But again, since I only have 1 character who can bash right now, it's not tremendously important. We got some high ground here that we could use, also along this ridge here. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move right. We're just going to set up here. We're going to set up here and watch their movement and see where they want to go. We want to stay out of range of that dude. He can move 3. Let's look at... So he could go that way. He could go this way. And then he has a range of 4, so we should be fine there. But we are going to move our archer there, Berserker there, put the spearman back a little, and our priest, of course, is going to be safely behind us. So I'm going to try... The reason I'm trying this, rather than fighting down here, is I don't want to get in a position where we're clogged up and we can't move freely, which was kind of what was happening in that last fight. It looks like it's much more open here. Plus, if they come to us, we can have the high ground right along this line of tiles. So let's just see what happens. Remember that anyone who's in one of these defensive tiles is going to take only 50% damage. So I'm obviously not going to attack that guy with my archer. I'm going to want to attack him. We should be alright if we move here. Alright, priest is just gonna chill for a minute. The berserker, and I'm kind of just trying to stay away out of this guy's range for the moment, just to see what he does. So I'm gonna bring the berserker up here. I'm gonna bring the guardian forward just a little, stay on that high ground, and I'm gonna bring the spearman next to him. And let's see what they do. Alright, I was just gonna say, I think the guy with the double-headed axe has an attack where he can attack from 2 spaces away, and that is true. Now I think, let's see. I think this might have been what he used? No, that's not that. It says minimum range 2. No, because he didn't push us. Now, what is this? That's group strike. I think that's the axe charge. I think that's the axe charge. I don't think that was anything that would, like, push us back. Okay, so I'm going to actually move the priest down here. Just to be a little bit closer, but we're not doing anything quite yet. So here's the berserker. If I move him here, he's going to open himself up to an attack from this guy who's on a higher elevation. So I'm going to move here instead. Alright, that's good. We're probably going to end up getting shot by this guy, but we can weather 1 arrow, you know what I mean? That's not a big deal. So what I could do here, I'll just bring the guardian up. I was hoping to do a little more damage than that. So if I try to shoot this guy from melee range, he's going to get a free attack on me. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to back up. And there we go. And the spearman... I don't want this guy to get attacked. I don't want him to come down here and attack him because he's squishy, so we're going to put the spearman in between the 2 of them. Okay, so he wisely backed off. Let's move the priest down there, and let's put lifesteal on our archer. And we'll just chill there. Alright, so now we're back to the berserker. And if I were to move here, I would block... Well, the spearman moves next. He could maybe come down here to attack. I'm gonna bring the berserker up here. Yeah, okay. So now I think this is a higher ground. Yeah, so our attack is not going to be as effective as it could be. But we will have range support. Okay, that's great. And we could just take another shot. Go. Okay, now again, I want to keep our group together. I would love to just march up here and start threatening that guy. I don't want to give him a free shot, but he's going to hit me one way or the other. So I'm just going to bring the guardian up here. Alright, we had first strike on this guy's turn. Wasn't quite enough to kill him. I'm going to bring the priest here. And, alright, so do I want to use the berserker to finish this guy off, or do I want to wait for the spearman? I want to wait for the spearman to finish him off. What we might do, we're really going to have to handle this guy. I might just, I don't know. Let's go after him. Let's just go after him. I'm tired of having to worry about him. We're going to let, okay, we're going to let the Berserker, do that. And I'm just going to put the Guardian here for a moment. Get that defensive bonus. And then hopefully we can finish this guy. No, I still want the Spearman to do it. Let's bring the Archer up here. I was hoping to get in range. Let's just finish him anyway. We might as well. Alright, and we will bring our Spearman right there. Because this is kind of an interesting area. We kind of have to go... We really don't have much of a choice, do we? 7 to 5, yeah. We kind of don't have a choice. I don't think we can get through up here. That's alright. It's not a big deal. Alright, so we got shot. It was gonna happen. Okay, so now I need to start concerning myself with the Berserker's health. So we're gonna give him lifesteal. I could also give him Aegis, but I don't know if that Archer's gonna survive long enough to have another round to attack him. Alright, so remember, because he's in that defensive position, that puts us at a disadvantage here. We're only going to do half damage. I think, however, we can still handle it. We got some really good life steal on that one. Okay. Again, I feel like I'm just going to hold up here for a second. And I want to bring the Archer up. Oh, I thought that was going to be close enough. Let's move here. There we go. Achievement trait unlocked. Strong versus. So you get bonus damage and a chance of a double hit when you attack a character that you're strong versus. So it doesn't tell us who this guy is strong versus, but it might be other archers. I don't really know. But we have to kill. We have to kill a bunch more people before that actually becomes an effective skill that we have. Alright, I'm gonna stay here so that he moves forward and I'm still on the high ground. He might get an attack on me, but at least we'll be here. And I'm gonna use Spear Wall. Okay, so he moved out of that safe spot. That's actually great. That's fantastic. Priest is gonna stay where he is. Can they get... No, they can't get through there. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Alright, so the Guardian, again, is just going to stay where he is. For the Berserker, we're going to move into the defensive tile. Finish that dude. And, okay, so this guy is panicking. Always good. Now, if I move down here to attack, I'm going to give up the high ground, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to do Spear Wall again. Oh, I just turned it off. That was dumb. Alright, there. The Spear Wall stance is active. Alright. And I might be able to shoot this guy right here. Yeah. Now, he has a shield, so it's going to absorb some damage, but we'll eventually break that. And I'm going to put the priest here. So he's panicking, so he's running away. And I think... Yeah, there we go. There's our Spear Wall. And our first strike. And then he is weak, relatively weak, remember, because we have the high ground. Now, what we can do here, we can step in, we can swap. Remember, we have Lightfoot, so we can still attack, we can still do what we want. We should be able to stun him by bashing him into this stuff here. He wasn't stunned, but he was slowed. That's better than nothing. Alright, we're kind of stuck there for the moment. Now the Spearman doesn't have Lightfoot, so he's going to have to stay where he's at. I thought that was probably not the smartest move right there. That guy doesn't even know what to do at this point. Move the priest there. And we should be able to get a shot from here. Yeah. Alright. This is interesting. It would take way too long to go all the way around here to try to flank him from over there. So we find ourselves yet again in a very claustrophobic situation. It's not necessarily that effective for us right now. Again, I don't want to give up the high ground. And if he were to move here and I could move the spearman there, I don't even know if he'd be able to attack them. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it at this point. But I don't want to give up an attack is the problem. I don't want to give up an attack, so I'm going to move. And we're going to do this anyway. We will have range support. Oh man, we got a great crit there. Oh, friendly fire, so we could not get the range support. I thought he could shoot over my head. That's okay. Yeah, and if I move the spearman here, I don't think he can attack anyone from there. Let's see. Yeah, can't do anything from here. That's okay. He's still in the shield wall, or spear wall stance, I believe. I'm not going to move the priest. Alright, this guy seems to have regained his confidence. That's not going to do a lot of damage. It'll do a lot more damage to this guy. Alright. What are we gonna do, man? This is a mess. Really there is nothing to do other than make the long trip to just see if we can make the trip around. Otherwise, we're just gonna be standing around doing nothing with most of our characters, including the spearman at this point. Like I said, I think it's gonna take... Okay, so they got the same idea. And, well, now I could move the Guardian on his next turn down here, and we'd have space again, so that's good. Alright, our shield is holding up pretty nicely here. I'm gonna bring the priest around too. And he pretty much insists on walking through those spikes. I guess there's no other way right there, is there? We have to take an even longer route. Alright. Couldn't get the range support once again because of friendly fire. Alright, moving our Berserker around. Bring the priest around here. Bring the spearman around. See, now our Guardian is doing his job well. He's essentially tanking, and that's great. We don't get range support here, but we might be able to kill this guy. There we go. You know what? I'm probably going to need to bring the priest back this way. Alright, we need to find a spot where we actually have a shot here. I think that's going to block them with friendly fire. So basically, I only have a 50% chance of hitting here. Let's just try it. Nah, we missed. Okay. Not a surprise. Yeah, so I'm actually going to bring the priest back. Because we need to put... well, let's put life... Actually, here, we're going to go all out. We're going to put lifesteal and Aegis on him. There's the Aegis absorbing all the damage. Ooh, we got a counter strike, which is great. I can't get to this guy right now, so I'm going to try and get the highest elevation I can. And the priest is just going to chill. Archer really needs to find a better position here. There's a friendly fire chance. I'm going to have to move the Guardian down. He really can't do anything right now. I'm not about to risk hitting him. So yeah, so we're going to move the Guardian here. And we should get range support now. There we go. Alright, so now he moves. He has a disadvantage because I have the high ground, so he's not going to do as much damage as he normally would. Bring the spearman up. Attack. Alright. The priest is actually going to step up. And that's it. It's going to chill for a second. We got a clear shot here. We get range support again. I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, this is that strong versus thing. And not quite enough. But his shield is broken. This guy has another weak attack because of the elevation difference. Our guardian just absorbing damage like it's nothing. Priest ain't gonna do anything right now. Berserker here. Handle that. And hopefully this will be that. We got 3 out of 20 now on the strong versus. Again, we don't know exactly who that's going to be that he's strong versus. But he will get that eventually. Alright. You captured the site. Now all its valuables and resources are yours. And check it out. Shield guy leveled up. Urtuk leveled up. And the archer. Got some trillium. Got some life essence. Okay, thick skin increases your max HP by 15%. There's range support again. We only have... Well, actually, we could upgrade the range support mutator for our archer. That's a possibility. Weakening crits improviser. When maximum focus is reached, apply character's focus ability to self if applicable. And then there's another bleeding crits. I'm gonna go with range support. I want to level that up. Oh, actually, we have enough life essence. We can grab something else. I'm gonna get thick skin also. Alright, during your travels, you hear talk of a legendary general located somewhere in the west of the zone. If we decide to seek him out, we should proceed with great care. Alright. And that's Ander the Judge, it says right here. Alright, let's go to our party. So Urtuk is leveled up. And I very rarely use him for combat, if ever. So I really don't put a lot of points into strength for him. I do want to have a little bit of vitality. But mainly I want to give him... Well, actually, we're just going to focus on the vitality pretty much for there. Shield guy. Let's give him strength so he does more damage. His vitality is good. And let's get him to move up in the initiative order with a higher agility. And then the archer has an extremely high agility, but we want him to do more damage. So we're going to give him 2 strength and then 1 vitality. And then we're going to bring range support down here. Combine them. Now we have level 2 mutator. Alright. So you can see that the penalty that we take to our max HP is lowered. Alright, that is great. Alright, so we did all our level up stuff. We got that distributed. Remember to always quick save. And the last thing we'll do for now is search the site. Now remember I mentioned last time that bad things can happen when you do this. But I think there's also a chance of good stuff happening. And again, you might find the swamp cavern, but I still have never found it. Okay, so you've arrived. As you explore the site, you discover man-made tunnels beneath the surface. The local farmers mention stories of secret chambers sealed off long ago. So this is what I was talking about. This is kind of like a Pandora's box situation. Once we search these tunnels, something's going to happen. And we don't really have any control over what that something is. So here we go. So, you descend into the dark and dusty tunnels beneath the village. The farmers suggested great treasures may lie within the sealed halls, but danger may also lurk below, away from the light. This is the very reason their long-dead ancestors sealed the tunnels from the world above, so, yeah, wouldn't that be smart to unseal it? Alright, I already see the word vampires. You enter the sealed area, but find only splintered skeletons and moldering corpses, and fresh flesh and blood. You gather up what you can, and flee the foul place at once. At the entrance to the tunnels, you suddenly hear outraged screams. It's the vampires. They're everywhere, scrambling in every direction. Well, we can now expect to encounter them very often. Alright, so we got 73 flesh, which is something that's going to come in handy eventually. But see, now this is called a calamity. And basically, every battle that we get involved in, no matter where it is on this zone map, is going to have the normal enemies, but then it's also going to have 1, 2, or maybe even more vampires. And so it can be vampires, it can be beasts, it can be really anything. So we're going to be dealing with vampires. That's fantastic. Let's actually quick save after that. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching it. Please like and subscribe if you have not already done so. I know I'm supposed to say that at the beginning, but, you know, I'm dumb. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.